Ever feel like you're running your business, putting out fires all day, but not really, moving forward? Yeah, I've definitely been there. Turns out there's a system for that, called EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. And today we're doing a deep dive into one of its core books, Traction. Now, don't let the word system scare you off, right? This isn't about becoming some rigid corporate machine. It's about getting a grip on your business, taking it from chaos to control, and actually enjoying the ride a little more. So Traction boils any business down to, well, 6 key components: vision, people, data, issues, process, and, well, traction. Think of them like gears in a well-oiled machine. You need all of them working together for things to run smoothly. Let's start with vision. It's more than just a dream, right? It's about getting your whole team on the same page, rowing in the same direction.
Mhm.
Because let's be honest, how many times have you felt like you were the only one who really understood where the company was going? I know I have.
This book introduces a tool called the Vision Traction Organizer, or VTO. It helps you answer 8 key questions to define your vision. And get this, it all fits on just 2 pages. 2 pages to get everyone aligned and moving towards the same goals. I mean, that's pretty powerful stuff. Now, what good is a vision without the right people to execute it, right? That's where the people component comes in. We've all heard the saying, get the right people on the bus. But this book takes it a step further with the concept of right people, right seats. It's not just about finding talented people. It's about, well, finding people who share your core values. I learned this the hard way when I hired this designer. She was amazing on paper, award-winning portfolio, the whole 9 yards. But she was, let's just say, not a good fit for our company culture. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Totally disruptive to the team. That's why Traction emphasizes using the People Analyzer tool. It helps you assess whether someone is truly a good fit, not just based on skills, but on values. It can save you a lot of headaches down the road, trust me. But even the right people can be ineffective if they're not in the right roles, right? That's where right seats comes in. It's about identifying people's unique abilities and putting them in positions where they can truly shine. Traction uses the accountability chart for this, which is, well, like a supercharged org chart. It goes beyond just job titles and lays out who's responsible for what, making it crystal clear who owns which part of the business. No more confusion or stepping on each other's toes. Now let's talk about data. How many of you are running your business based on, gut feeling? Yeah, me too, sometimes. But that 2 a.m. panic, when you're lying awake wondering if you're making the right decisions, that's a lack of data talking. Traction introduces this scorecard, which is like a dashboard for your business. It gives you a clear snapshot of your key performance indicators. No more guessing or flying blind. What's fascinating here is that it suggests giving everyone in the company a number,
Yeah.
a metric that's tied to their role and the overall company goals. Think about it. Even your receptionist could have a number. Maybe it's the number of calls answered, or customer satisfaction ratings. It's about making everyone accountable and showing them how their work contributes to the big picture. Okay, we've got vision, people, and data, but what happens when things go wrong? Because let's face it, they will. That's where the issues component comes in. Traction provides a clear, simple process for tackling those problems head on. They call it the issue solving track, or IDS. Identify, discuss, solve. It's like a magic formula for getting unstuck. I used to waste so much time and energy just worrying about problems. But this system forces you to, actually address them. First, you got to identify the real issue, not just the symptoms, but the root cause. Then you discuss it as a team, brainstorming solutions without blaming or finger pointing. And finally, you decide on a course of action. And most importantly, you actually do it. No more procrastinating or hoping the problem will magically disappear.
What's really cool is that Traction also addresses those personal conflicts that can arise on a team. They have this tool called the personal issue solving session, which is basically like couples therapy for your business. You sit down with the other person and a facilitator and work through a structured process to, air out your grievances and find a way to move forward. It can be a little intense, but it's so much better than letting those conflicts fester and poison the team dynamic. Because at the end of the day, a healthy team is a productive team, right? All right, let's move on to process. Now, this is the part that a lot of entrepreneurs tend to skip over. We like to think we're too creative or unique for systems, but trust me, having clear processes in place is essential for consistency and scalability. Traction calls this documenting your way, and it's about figuring out your core processes and writing them down step by step. Think of it like a recipe. If you follow the steps, you should get consistent results every time, no matter who's doing the cooking. I used to resist this so much. I thought, but my business is different. It can't be systematized. But once I actually sat down and started documenting our processes, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. It made everything so much smoother. And it allowed me to delegate tasks without worrying that things would fall apart without me. Plus, having clear processes in place helps to eliminate those recurring issues that can drive you crazy. Those problems that keep popping up again and again, no matter how many times you fix them. Yeah, documenting your processes can help prevent those. So we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about vision, people, data, issues, and process. But there's one more piece of the puzzle: traction. And this is where it all comes together, where you turn that vision into a reality. Traction introduces two powerful tools for achieving traction: the ROC system and meeting pulses. Now, ROCs are basically your quarterly priorities, your big, hairy, audacious goals for the next 90 days. But they're not just vague aspirations. They're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. All that good SMART goal stuff. What's cool is that these ROCs are cascaded down throughout the organization. So the company has its ROCs, and each department has its ROCs that support the company ROCs. And then each individual has their own ROCs that support the department's ROCs. It's all about alignment and making sure everyone is rowing in the same direction. And keep everyone on track and accountable, we have the meeting pulses. These are regular check-ins that provide a rhythm for your business, a heartbeat that keeps everything flowing smoothly. There are weekly meetings, quarterly meetings, and annual meetings, each with a specific agenda and purpose. These meetings aren't just random get-togethers, though. They're structured, focused, and designed to keep everyone on the same page and moving towards those ROCs. The weekly meeting, called the level 10 meeting, is particularly interesting. They call it that because, it's supposed to be a 10 out of 10 in terms of effectiveness. They literally have an agenda, a timer, and a system for scoring the meeting based on how productive it was. Now, I was skeptical at first. I mean, who really enjoys meetings, right? But let me tell you, these level 10 meetings have been a game changer for my team. They're shorter, more focused, and we actually get stuff done. It's amazing how much more productive you can be when you have a clear structure and everyone is engaged. So that's the basic overview of the traction component. We'll dive deeper into the ROC system and meeting pulses in the next part. But before we go, let me leave you with this thought. Traction is about more than just tools and systems. It's about creating a culture of accountability, focus, and execution. It's about building a business that works for you, not the other way around. All right, so we left off talking about traction. That beautiful moment when your business engine is humming and you're actually moving towards your goals. Remember those ROCs we talked about, those quarterly priorities that cascade down from the company level to each individual.
Well, let's dig into those a bit more. The beauty of the ROC system is simplicity. It's not about juggling a million tasks. It's about identifying the 3 to 7 most important things you need to accomplish in the next 90 days. And get this, everyone in the company is focused on achieving those same ROCs, creating this incredible sense of alignment and purpose. I used to feel like I was constantly chasing my tail, putting out fires and never making real progress. But when I implemented the rock system, it was like everything clicked into place. We were all on the same page, working towards the same goals, and the results were amazing. But here's the key. Those rocks need to be more than just wishful thinking. They need to be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. All that good, smart goal stuff. Otherwise, they're just vague ideas floating around in the ether. I remember when I first started using the rock system, I made the mistake of setting these huge, overwhelming rocks. It was like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops.
I quickly learned that it's better to break those big goals down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Think baby steps, people. Baby steps. Now, once you've got your rocks in place, you need a way to keep everyone on track and accountable, right? That's where the meeting pulses come in. These are the regular check-ins that keep your business heartbeat strong and steady. We've already touched on the weekly level 10 meeting, which is like a mini tune-up for your business. But Traction also emphasizes the importance of quarterly and annual meetings to review progress, set new rocks, and make any necessary course corrections. Think of it like this. Your weekly meetings are like checking your oil and tire pressure, making sure everything is running smoothly on a day-to-day basis. Your quarterly meetings are like getting a more thorough checkup. Making sure all the systems are functioning properly and that you're still on track to reach your destination. And then your annual meeting is like taking your car in for a complete overhaul. Assessing the overall health of your business and making any major adjustments or repairs. Now, I know what you're thinking. More meetings, I can barely keep up with the ones I already have. But trust me, these meeting pulses are different. They're not about wasting time or going through the motions. They're about staying focused, aligned, and accountable. And here's the thing. When done right, these meetings can actually save you time in the long run. By addressing issues early on and making sure everyone is on the same page, you can avoid those costly mistakes and detours that can derail your progress. I used to dread meetings. They were always so long, unproductive, and just plain draining. But once I started implementing the meeting pulses from Traction, it was like a breath of fresh air. Our meetings became shorter, more focused, and dare I say it, even enjoyable. Okay, maybe not enjoyable, but definitely more productive. And that's the whole point, right? To create a system where everyone is working together effectively towards the same goals. And that's what Traction is all about. It's about creating a framework for success, a roadmap that guides you from chaos to control, from overwhelm to accomplishment. But it's not just about following a set of rules or implementing a bunch of tools. It's about adopting a new mindset, a way of thinking that prioritizes clarity, focus, and execution. It's about creating a culture where everyone is empowered to contribute, where problems are solved proactively and where progress is celebrated. And you know what? It's totally achievable. It might take some effort, some trial and error, but the rewards are so worth it. Okay, so we've covered the 6 key components of EOS: vision, people, data, issues, process, and traction. And we've talked about some of the key tools and systems that Traction provides to help you implement each of those components. But what does this all really mean for you? How can you take all this information and actually apply it to your business? That's what we're going to explore in the final part of our deep dive. All right, so we've journeyed through the 6 key components of EOS. Vision, people, data, issues, process, and traction. We've unpacked the tools, the systems, even the mindset shifts that Traction advocates for. But now let's bring it all home. What does this actually look like in your day-to-day business life? Think of EOS, or the Entrepreneurial Operating System, like a finely tuned race car. It's got all the high performance parts, the engine, your vision, the skill driver, your people, the dashboard gauges, your data. And when things break down, issues, you have a pit crew process to get you back on track. But what's the point of all this if you're not gaining speed and winning the race? Traction. That's where the real magic happens. It's not about blindly following a system. It's about taking these principles and weaving them into the fabric of your company. It's about making them a part of your DNA. So picture this. You start your week with a level 10 meeting.
Clear agenda, laser focus on solving issues and tracking progress on those rocks. Everyone walks out feeling energized, know exactly what they need to do. Throughout the week, those documented processes you put in place are humming along like a well-oiled machine. When a problem pops up, boom, you've got a system for addressing it. No more drama, no more waste of time. Then at the end of the quarter, you gather your team. You review those rocks, celebrate the wins, analyze what could have gone better, and you set the course for the next 90 days, fueled by data, aligned on your vision, and supported by a team that's truly empowered. It's not about perfection, It's about progress. It's about making incremental improvements each week, each quarter, each year. One of the biggest takeaways from Traction for me was this. Clarity is power. When everyone understands the vision, knows their role, and has the tools to execute, amazing things can happen. It's like that feeling of finally cleaning out a cluttered closet. You can breathe again.
You can see what you have, and you can actually find what you need. This book gave me a framework for tackling those big, overwhelming challenges that every entrepreneur faces. It's not a quick fix. It's a journey, but it's a journey worth taking. So what's your biggest takeaway? What resonated with you? Maybe it's the power of data-driven decisions, or the importance of getting the right people on the bus, or maybe it's simply the realization that there's a system out there that can help you take your business to the next level. Whatever it is, hold on to that insight. Let it spark a fire in you, because you don't have to stay stuck in chaos. There's a path to traction, and you've just taken the first step. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep that entrepreneurial engine revving.